If you're not interested into traditional art like the one we saw in the previous prompts, you can also use Midjourney to recreate images in a specific movie style. If you are a big Kill Bill fan, for example, and want to create an image in the style of that movie, it has a very unique style actually, then you could use a prompt like this. So we again start with a photo, as I want to have a realistic image that should be created, but as a style attribute, so to say, I added this Kill Bill style. Now let's see if Midjourney is aware of that specific movie style. And yeah, I think this worked quite well actually. Let's have a look at the full quality. This could be taken from the movie. We also see the kind of aggressive mood here between the two women that we have on our image. However, instead of adding the a photo information here, we can also shorten this and simply say two women talking to each other. Because with this style attribute, we should get an image that is already tailored towards this movie style. So in this specific example, we could omit the definition of a medium to get an even better image result. As mentioned, our template is something you can follow along as a general guide, but depending on the output you want to create, you can of course always dynamically change it or leave parts of the template out of the prompt. And I didn't expect that, to be honest. Now we have this more comic-like look instead of this fur picture here, which has a more realistic look. So in this case, I actually prefer the first prompt that we used. As said, you can change this according to your preferences. When creating such movie images though, you can actually use another medium type we didn't use so far. And this is a so-called film still, written like this. A film still is simply an image taken during the production of a movie. These are also taken by the producers for marketing purposes. So if you want to have a specific movie style like image, the film still is a great medium to use in your prompt. Now, to give you an idea of what such a film still looks like, we can just add a film still of two men discussing with each other here to give this a bit more emotion. Now, this should give us a very realistic image taken directly from a movie set. So this now is our film still. As you see, we have different film styles here, obviously, as we didn't specify what kind of movie this film still should be taken from. But with this as a base, we can actually take images from specific movies in a specific style. For example, if we take the movie Matrix, which had a very unique style actually, then we can now use our film still medium here and simply say we want to have a man walking. It should be a panorama shot in Matrix style and the city should be in the background, and we want to have the shot at night. Then, if Midjourney knows what the Matrix movies, the style of these movies looked like, then we should get a pretty nice image. And I guess if you saw one of the Matrix movies, you can definitely find the style elements now in these images. So once again, you can of course tailor this according to your needs. This should just show you that taking a film still from a movie and then applying that specific movie style perfectly works in Midjourney. It obviously depends on the movie. These should be movies with a very characteristic style, with a unique style, but there are plenty of movies coming with such a style, and in such cases you can easily recreate these styles in Midjourney. We can also use this logic not only to apply a style to random situations, we can also take snapshots from characters in the movies in this specific movie style. A very famous character, and one of the most famous characters at all, I guess, is, for example, Captain Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So here I want to have a film still of Captain Jack Sparrow standing on a pirate boat, and this should be in Pirates of the Caribbean style. So we let Midjourney do all the style decisions for us now, assuming that it is aware of this Pirates of the Caribbean movie style. And that it also knows Captain Jack Sparrow, so I didn't describe this role, this person at all here. And here we see first that I had a little typo in here, I'm sorry about that. But you see that although this was not written correctly, Midjourney understood what should be shown in the images. And if we check the images now, we get back some really amazing shots of Captain Jack Sparrow. For example, this shot down here could have been taken almost directly from the movie. We could of course adjust the lighting if we want to, so to make it even more realistic or more cinematic. But the core image composition was entirely done by Midjourney here, and I guess we can say that these are pretty outstanding results. So we can add movie styles to our images, and we can also kind of recreate scenes from specific movies, but we can also add other famous people, actors, to movies they actually didn't take part in. If I take this latest prompt that we had, and now remove this whole Captain Jack Sparrow and actually also this pirate boat thing here, and instead I just add that I want to have a film still of Leonardo DiCaprio. No panorama, maybe a close up would be better here to see his face. And it should be in the Pirates of the Caribbean style. Then we should hopefully see pirate Leonardo DiCaprio now. And that's not too bad, I guess. We can discuss whether this is a perfect recreation of Leonardo DiCaprio, but you can definitely recognize him, and the overall pirate setting was again taken into account very well in my opinion. So these are other ways to apply certain styles to Midjourney. We saw the artist part or the art part in general. Now we are rather in this movie-related art section, so to say. So instead of defining all the styles on your own, you can easily let Midjourney do the heavy lifting for you in certain situations or in certain cases like the ones we had right here. With that, we also learned a lot about prompting in general. We saw lots of different ways to write our prompts and to apply our styles to create the images we want. Now I want to introduce a new feature that can be used in connection with our prompts.